Hello everybody, welcome to Tiger Tales, where you'll find stories written and read to you by me, your host, Tai Tiger. So, today we carry on with a story I gave you the first chapter to a little while ago, Alexis the Vampire Slayer. Now this fanfiction does take place in the world of Buffy the Vampire Slayer, but there's a few twists. Now of course, my fanfiction does not infringe on copyright and does not mean to impose on the original content. And like I said, it is just fanfiction. So let's dive into chapter 2, where we continue with Alexis. In the last chapter, we only really delved into Alexis. We found out she's a vampire slayer and she's also a vampire. In chapter 2, we'll find out a lot more to do with the world building that I'm doing here, and of course a bit more on Alexis. So let's dive in with Alexis the Vampire Slayer, Chapter 2, The Boy Who Cried Teen Wolf. Alexis struggled to stay asleep. Her dreams haunted her. Her dreams were memories played for her like a movie reel. She saw the vampire known as Angel opening the portal. She saw Angel telling her that she was banished from her home dimension and that it was the best option. It was that or face Buffy Summers and her team of new slayers, who were working with the witch known as Willow Rosenberg. A very strong and powerful witch indeed, to slay Alexis. But Angel gave her a way out, which meant banishment. She then saw herself run through the portal. Alexis woke suddenly to a sharp chill that took over her. "Damn, whatever happened to dream about butterflies and flowers, man?" Alexis muttered. Alexis climbed out of bed, she got dressed, she threw on a pair of combat trousers and a white vest. She then put on her trainers and went for a jog. The bright white full moon hung over her head as she ran down the street and headed for the high school. She picked up speed and sprinted the last half mile. She ran over the school grounds and headed for the school field, where she found a boy practicing his lacrosse skills. The boy was a 16-year-old with a buzz cut. "Hey Logan, how did practice go?" Alexis asked. The boy known as Logan threw the last ball, then turned to see Alexis. "Hey girl, good evening." It was alright, I guess. And, it was practice," Logan replied. Logan then walked up to Alexis, swinging his lacrosse stick as it scraped the grass as he swung it. "I'm guessing you fed last night?" Logan asked Alexis, nodding slowly as they both started walking through the field. "How you holding up?" Alexis asked, pointing to the moon, ignoring the question. I can feel it. It's strong, but I'm alright," Logan replied. Logan and Alexis walked off the field. "So now what?" Logan asked. "Well, we've got several hours of night time left, so the sky's the limit," Alexis grinned. Suddenly, a scream came from the car park. "You heard that, right?" Logan asked. "Yeah, don't worry. Let's go," Alexis said. Then she darted forward. "Hey, how do you even get us into trouble all the time?" Logan yelled. Then he ran after her. The pair ran into the car park and Alexis spotted two people grabbing a young girl. Alexis ran in and jumped onto the car, startling the girl and her two attackers. "Oi, freaks! Ever heard of the word no?" Alexis growled. Then the two men looked at her. She spotted the yellow eyes, the fangs, the pointy ears, the extra hair on their face. "Oh, you're werewolves," Alexis blurted. Alexis jumped off the car and rolled as she hit the ground. She blocked an incoming attack from one of the werewolves, their claws scraping the skin of the slayer. She then punched the attacking werewolf in the face, then grabbed him and threw him onto the car. Then she elbowed him in the face. She punched the werewolf once again, but the other werewolf scratched her, disturbing the attack. The werewolf went to throw another attack, but Logan landed between them and caught it. Logan's eyes changed from brown to bright yellow, and his claws extended. "My turn," Logan growled, then swiped the werewolf with his claws, scratching the man's face. Then Logan dug his claws into the werewolf's chest, blood pouring out of the 5 small puncture wounds. The werewolf howled in pain. Alexis grabbed the werewolf by the coat and tossed him on the floor. He landed by his friend. Both werewolves growled at Alexis and Logan. Logan shifted fully, his eyes grew pointy, his fangs grew, and his hair on his face grew as well. Alexis' face shifted, revealing her vampire form. Logan roared at the two werewolves, and Alexis dropped her fighting stance. Both werewolves looked at the vampire slayer vampire and the werewolf and turned and ran away. "Yeah, don't come back," Alexis yelled. The girl looked at the two and screamed, then she ran away while screaming. "Oi, at least you can thank us, damn!" Alexis yelled. "Strange," Logan muttered. "Don't most werewolves hide or chain themselves up on a full moon?" Alexis said. "Yeah, if they can't control the shift. That's what they do normally. And I've never seen them before. I know most werewolves around here, and I've never seen them." Logan shrugged. So we follow them? Alexis asked. We follow them, Logan said. The vampire slayer and the teen wolf chased after the 2 rogue werewolves. They left the town and delved into the forest, running through the trees. Logan's eyes turned yellow, his ears became pointy once more, and his face grew his hair, his fangs and nails extended. He shifted once again. Can you smell them? Alexis asked as she was running. Yeah, I got their scent, Logan growled. The pair ran through the collection of thick trees, then they found the 2 werewolves stood next to a young woman, who was standing on a dead tree trunk, cut down to its roots. The girl had half her hair shaved, the other half was black and hung halfway down her face. The girl was holding a sword. Hello, Logan, the girl hissed. Do I know you? Logan asked. No, not yet, the girl grinned. What's with the sword, and why are you hanging out with 2 werewolves? Alexis asked. They are nothing but slaves to me, the girl replied. The girl then hopped off the tree trunk and the 2 werewolves stepped aside, allowing her to step forward. The sword is to kill Logan, the girl hissed. I don't know you, Logan barked. You killed my brother. That's enough, the girl snapped. Then she ran at Logan and swung her sword. Logan jumped back and roared, his roar echoing through the forest. The girl stood there, not bothered by the audible threat. She swung her sword again, this time catching Logan's chest. His top tore slightly and blood started weeping and staining his top. Then she used the handle to hit Logan in the face, making him stagger backwards. She swung her sword. Logan raised his arms to defend himself, the tip of the blade slicing his forearms. Logan swung his claws at the girl, but she managed to block both attacks. Then, with her palm, she struck his chest, pushing him back. I didn't kill your brother, Logan shouted. Yes, you did. You're the only werewolf out of pack, and he was killed by a rogue wolf, the girl snapped. I have never killed anyone, not even when I couldn't control my shifting during the full moon, Logan told her. I don't buy this, the girl hissed. Then the girl kicked Logan. Logan knelt down, then backflipped. As he landed, he threw himself forward, diving into the girl. The girl hit the floor hard. Logan tried to dig his claws into the girl, but she managed to thrust her knee into Logan's stomach, knocking the wind out of him. He then rolled over off of the girl as she hit him in the head with the butt end of her sword. Logan tumbled off of her, falling to the ground. She grabbed on top of him and started punching him in the face. Okay, time to intervene, Alexis whispered. She walked over to the girl, who was punching Logan repeatedly. She grabbed her by the collar and threw her back, the girl flying across the area, dropping her sword and hitting a tree. The girl slowly climbed to her feet. What are you doing? The girl roared. Stopping you from killing an innocent werewolf, Alexis snapped. He killed my brother, and I know it, the girl screamed. No, you don't. Werewolf 101. Werewolves' eyes turn blue when they kill an innocent person, Alexis said, pointing at Logan as he sat up, revealing his yellow werewolf eyes. They are yellow, the girl said. Exactly, Alexis sighed. The girl stayed silent for a minute, then looked at the tree Alexis threw her into. Then she noticed the distance in which she was thrown. Holy crap, the girl gasped. Then she dropped to her fighting stance. What the hell are you? The girl asked with a huff. You could say I am not from around here, Alexis grinned. The girl ran at Alexis and threw a punch. Alexis blocked the attack and pushed the girl back as the girl tried to kick her. She then ducked as the girl's fist flew overhead. She then pushed the girl with her slayer strength. The girl flew back, hitting the floor. The girl climbed to her feet, finding her sword next to her. She grabbed it and then ran at Alexis. She pulled some small silver marbles from her pocket and threw them at Alexis' feet. The silver marbles exploded into a sudden flash of white light, blinding Alexis. Alexis stepped back and shook her head, to shake the banging pain out of her eyes. Then Alexis' face shifted into her vampire form. She hissed at the girl. The girl gasped in shock, but still ran into Alexis, pushing Alexis onto the tree stump which she once stood moments ago. The girl raised her sword high, and with both hands she drove it into Alexis' stomach. Alexis howled in pain as blood spurted from her stomach and seeped into the dead wood. Alexis closed her eyes as she took a deep breath. The girl jumped off Alexis. She landed on the floor and whistled, signaling the 2 werewolves, who were just stood there. All 3 ran off, disappearing into the forest. The girl was yelling something, but Logan couldn't quite understand what she was yelling. Logan ran up to Alexis and pulled the sword out of her, making Alexis wince in pain. Logan picked her up in a panic and carried her home. He dragged her into the house and placed her on the bed. He took a few deep breaths and shifted back to his human appearance. He then pulled out his phone and made a quick call.
Hey there, podcast listener. You enjoying what you're listening to? Well then, do I got a special treat for you. Storytime with Cosplay Dude 637. That's me. I'm your host, and I like to tell you stories. Stories that I personally enjoy. So, buckle up, get comfortable, because we're going on a wild ride.
The next morning, Alexis woke up to the ground shaking, her bedside table vibrating and the lamp dancing itself off the table and crashing on the floor. Logan stumbled into the room using the door frame to secure himself. "Earthquake?" Alexis yelled through the rumbling. "I think so," Logan called out. Then it stopped and Logan and Alexis aside as they were safe. Logan ran to the window and removed the blind. Alexis dived out of the bed, shuffling away from the rays of light as they barged through the window. "Oh, sorry," Logan said. Then he closed the curtains just as quick, but then poked his head through to look out the window. "Everyone okay?" Alexis asked. Yeah, everyone's fine," Logan answered in a confusing tone. "What's the matter?" Alexis asked as she stood up. "That's the thing. It's like no one else felt it. It's perfectly normal out there. Everything's perfectly fine. Everyone's going about their daily lives. Traffic's going normal and everything," Logan said. Logan then turned to Alexis. "I think we're the only ones who felt it," Logan said. "How does that work?" Alexis asked as they both walked out of the room. Alexis' door closed behind them. The hallway was barely lit as the windows had been covered so Alexis could walk around the house during the day. Logan stopped in his tracks halfway down the corridor. "I think that earthquake was supernatural," Logan said. Both Alexis and Logan looked at each other with confusion and concern. And there we have it, folks. That is Alexis the Vampire Slayer, Chapter 2. I hope you guys enjoyed. As you can tell, I am combining Buffy the Vampire Slayer with the world of Teen Wolf, and there is plenty more to come. I really want to use this moment here to shout out my fellow people. I do apologise about the mic shuffling. I have the dog in the room with me. Anywho, I just want to quickly shout out, thank you to all the Zero to Hero podcast, Billy and Jim. It turns out Billy listens to my stuff, which is kind of cool. Check out Mark, the Red Cornish Ranger, with Nerds Through Comics. He actually does really cool stuff, and I'm a voice actor for him. And of course, check out my Paraptire, my brother from another mother, Willie, aka Cosplay Dude 637. He's actually helping me with this story. He knows a lot of stuff when it comes to other new characters coming to this story, and he's going to be helping me out with that, so big shout out to him. So thank you all for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Go check out the other channels I've got going on, and look after yourselves, and I shall see you guys very soon.